ESPN from the Get Up show, picking the winners of the AFC North.
Fowler, explain the Steelers pick. I think that's a surprise to a lot of people.
Expect Pittsburgh to make a Willie Mays-Hayes type jump here, Dan, in year 2 of the Kenny Pickett era. Steelers have 10 seasons since 2010, 10 winning seasons. I believe that's more than anybody else in the AFC North. The precedent is there to get it done under Mike Tomlin. We know that defense is going to be good with T.J. Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick and Cam Hayward. Now the offense is pretty well loaded up. They spent the last few years building up the offensive line, the receiving core, running backs. They have it all. Now the question is, can Pickett get it done? But he showed, even without gaudy stats last year, fourth quarter and some big games, he was really savvy and poised. I think that's going to help him make the jump.
All right, well, we'll see. I mean, the stats were not gaudy, that's for sure. I think they had 12 passing touchdowns, so that's going to have to come up.
That low?
I would think, if Pittsburgh's going to make Fowler's prediction come true. But never underrate Mike Tomlin, that's for sure.
And Quincy, we've talked about this. I'm just not seeing it with the Steelers. They picked everybody with Browns. Two were on the Bengals. One was on the Ravens. Jeremy Fowler, who national NFL guy for ESPN, picked the Steelers. Whenever you tell me there's poise and savvy and guile, you're just telling me there isn't enough talent. I don't know what to tell you. We've watched this.
How many mediocre quarterbacks have we tried to act like was Tom Brady? How many guys? Like, we're like, oh, well, Tom didn't have these things. Like, yeah, Tom's Tom. He had something else going for him. But it's just the power of branding, right? For those y'all in the audience. That's the power of branding. Because if Kenny Pickett would wear 8 in the Cleveland Browns jersey, we would not be caring about what Kenny Pickett doing. And then we would be having the debate on whether we want Kenny Pickett to stay here or not. You know what I mean? But you put them in a Pittsburgh jersey, they've never been through this as a fan base where they had the young quarterback that they're not really sure of, but they want to work really well. And you end up having people say they're going to be in first place because they got Kenny Pickett. It is what it is. We'll see how it turns out. Is Kenny Pickett who they think he is? I have seen limited evidence of that. Yes, he had a couple of nice drives at the end of the season in games where one touchdown might have been scored. I don't know. I feel like a lot of context is getting missed out of with that. I don't remember watching Kenny Pickett for an entire game last year being like, oh, wow, this dude has something. Like, I have at least said that about, like, Trevor Lawrence. But Kenny Pickett has had a couple of throws where I'm like, oh, yeah, that was nice. But, like, other than that, I don't know how anybody could be that sold on him with the limited amount of film that we've really seen on him.
Yeah. And again, it isn't like he went crazy at the University of Pittsburgh. He was okay. He wasn't bad.
He was a one-year wonder at Pitt.
He was all right. All right.
He had like 2,000 passing yards those other 3 seasons.